Respected brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Some of you may remember that last week we were talking about the marriage, the union between the husband and the wife. And I began by explaining some of the ayats and the verses of the Quran which are recited in the ceremony of when the marriage takes place. And I explained those verses of the Quran in detail. The summary was that the first ayat of Surah Nisa, which is recited by the Imam at the marriage ceremony, it orders us and gives a message to the newly groom and the bride, and in generally to the all Muslim couple about taqwa. And if you remember, I said that the taqwa in this ayat has been mentioned twice. And the message given is that both of you, as you are about to start a new life as a couple, as a husband and a wife, it is important that the first step that you take as a union, first step you take as being a husband or a wife, it is the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala which should be at the foremost in both of your minds. And it also said, wal arham, and you need to fear that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is now watching you, and have fear in the sense that you are now going to enter into new relationships. You will have now father-in-law, now you will have a mother-in-law, now you will have brother-in-laws, now you will have sister-in-laws, etc., etc. So fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in regards to how you are going to deal with these new relationships which are going to be formed. So that was one ayat that was explained in further detail last week. The second ayat again was, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha haqqa tuqatih. Again, taqwa, the fear of Allah. You need to instill in your hearts and minds as a new wedly couple the taqwa. The first step is taqwa, to attain the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every step from now shall we take, and together we shall take. Haqqa tuqati, fear Allah, how He should be feared. وَلَا تَمُوتُنَّ إِلَّا وَأَنْتُمْ مُسْلِمُونَ. And you should not pass away from this worldly life except as Muslims. The message is, as a husband and wife, Allah knows how many years you're going to spend together. It might be 15 to 20 years, it might be 30 years, it might be 50 years. It might be even more. Allah knows. But all in these years that you spend together, day and nights that you spend together, you both need to encourage each other towards the taqwa, towards the deen, towards the tawheed, towards the risalat, towards the good deeds, the good amals, towards the encourage each other. Husband encourages the wife towards namaz. The wife encourages the husband in being a better person, being a deendar person, being a person who is punctual with his daily salah. So both of you encourage each other in the matters of deen, in the matters of the Quran, in the matters of the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the way shown by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so that after living as a couple for 40 to 50 years of life together, one of you, whenever he passes away, the husband may pass away before the wife, or the wife may pass away before the husband. Whenever each of you departs from this world, you die as mu'mineen. You pass away from this world as mu'mineen, as mu'minat, as the believers, as good people. As soon as you pass away, the gates of Jannat open for you. And the one who stays behind, he feels satisfied and he feels happy. And alhamdulillah, my husband or my wife has passed away. I'm satisfied that my wife or my husband has gone into Jannah. Because all my life I have encouraged him or encouraged her to be steadfast upon deen. وَلَا تَمُوتُنَّ إِلَّا وَأَنْتُمْ مُسْلِمُونَ. Second ayah. We got to this far last week. The third ayat is يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا اتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَقُولُوا قَوْلًا سَدِيدًا. O believers, fear Allah. Again, taqwa. It shows how important this is. So the first ayat taqwa is mentioned twice. Third ayat once. And then the fourth ayat again. So 4 times taqwa has been mentioned in 3 ayats. 3 ayats, taqwa has been mentioned. To obtain taqwa in the life has been mentioned 4 times. And بِقُولُوا قَوْلًا سَدِيدًا. Be simple and be honest, or be straightforward in your conversation. قُولُوا قَوْلًا سَدِيدًا. Or speak the truth, be honest. The message given in general to every couple, and specifically those two who are about to engage in a new relationship, is be truthful to each other. Be honest to each other. Don't be dishonest. Don't be dishonest. Don't lie to each other. Don't be manipulating each other. Don't have a cunning behavior. And honesty is not only by honesty. It means there's more than that. Before marriage, you were vulnerable. That's why this comes. Shadi and marriage is the completion of Iman. You've heard that before? Shadi, Iman ki takmeel hai. Marriage, it completes one Iman. How? Because before marriage, the male or the female, he or she was vulnerable. Vulnerable meaning? It was difficult for him to safeguard his gaze. नजर की हिफाजत शादी से पहले ज्यादा मुश्किल. To control his desires was more difficult. He was more open, he was more vulnerable, and he was more in a fragile position that he could indulge, or he or she could indulge in haram. But now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the husband has given a wife, halal. She is now halal. After nikah, she is halal for you. For the wife, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given her a husband who is now halal for her. And now, if you indulge in haram, if you indulge in not safeguarding your eyesight, or engaging and having secret relationships, after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you halal wife, a halal husband, now you are going to be more sinful than ever before. अब बड़े गुनहगार बनोगे. So या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनु तक़ुल्लाह वक़ूलू क़ौलन सदीदा. शादी से पहले जो तुम्हारी डगर थी, डगर से मुराद तरीका कार, वो जो था, अब उसके अंदर कंप्लीटली यू टर्न आना चाहिए. यू टर्न. ईमान की तकमील कैसे हुई? शादी से पहले. इसका यह मतलब नहीं है कि शादी से पहले सारा जायज होता है, कतअन नहीं. हराम हराम है. It doesn't mean it was halal then. What I'm explaining is the position was where you were vulnerable more. It was very easy that shaitan could take you away. But now you've got a halal wife. You've got a halal relationship. How come you are engaging in haram? How come you're looking at haram? How come secretly you are texting somebody? How come secretly you are emailing somebody without your husband knowing or without your wife knowing? Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wa qulu qawlan sadida. This is why 4 times taqwa has been mentioned. I will tell you something else. The wife can never get the full attention or full love or full affection of the husband until she gains taqwa, and vice versa. If you remember last week, I also mentioned about a letter somebody has asked for an advice. This person has asked an advice from a high esteemed scholar, and he mentions his situation, his problem. He mentions his problem that he is in. He has married his first cousin. They have been married for 7 years. And he says that before marriage, we never had a conversation between ourselves, although we liked each other and we wanted to form this union. We wanted to live a life together. And that was my extremely happiest day of my life when I married this lady and brought her as a wife into my house. I was overjoyed that I got what I wanted. I was so happy. Now he says that everything's changed. It's been 7 years. Everything's changed as I see it. I see that she doesn't show any affection towards me. She doesn't share happiness with me. She doesn't share the grievances with me. And as I understand that a wife's duty is to be welcoming the husband when he comes back from his work. He's stressed, he's tired, and she should be there with open arms to welcome me with a smiling face, console me, share her feelings with me, or listen to my feelings towards her. But what happens is that when I come back from work, never mind, welcoming me or greeting me, she doesn't even reply to my salam. When I say Assalamu alaikum, it's like she hasn't even heard me. She does all the housework. She executes all the chores of the house. Washing clothes, laundry, hoovering, cleaning the bathrooms, everything, looking after the children, cooking the food on time, everything's done. But she's like a machine to me now. It seems to me that she's been forced into having this relationship with me, and she's now like a slave. So he says that I am in a great difficulty with this lady now. It's been 7 years. And when I try to talk to her, try to express myself in regard to these matters, you know what she says to me? She says, "Do shadi kar." She says to me, "Get a second wife." That's her answer. And that doesn't help me, because I want to spend my life with her. All this has changed. So he says, "Maulana Sahab, please advise me to the best of your knowledge. And please, if you can give me some wazifa, some ta'weez, when everything fails, then we kind of, this is what our thinking is normally. This is what this is our kind of thinking way. Ta'weez, jadoo, this, that." So he's kind of asked Maulana Sahab to give him some advice. There are 6 points which are being mentioned in the answer. You might not be able to finish them, but we'll start them today. One point which has been addressed here in the answer is that it starts off by saying that the Sheikh says that which wife is there who does not feel affected by her husband's happiness or sadness? Which wife is there who doesn't get affected? And especially your situation that you've mentioned, that you both wanted to be husband and wife, although you never talked to each other, which is good. That's the Sharia ruling. You never had a conversation, that conversation which husband and wife have before the marriage, that's not allowed, and you didn't, but you both wanted to live together and get married. So which wife doesn't get affected by the happiness of the husband, or doesn't get sad by the sadness of the husband? The only difference is that the ways of expression are different. Ways of expression are different for every individual. Some people express their happiness or sadness by drumming. But drumming means not physical, actually, literally by drumming. It means they will tell everybody what's happened. If they've kind of had a happiness, they will tell everybody. They will text everybody that they know. And same way, if they get any grievance, if they are sad, something bad has happened, they will get to know everybody that knows them. They will inform every single person. And some people express themselves as tinkle of a necklace. They will not shout about it. They're sad. Something bad has happened to them. They're sad. People are different in expressing themselves. I know somebody, this is not here, not in the answer, but I'm telling you as something which I know. I know somebody that when he gets upset, and if he hears something sad news, you will see a smile on his face. He will smile like this. And then, because I know him well now, after maybe half a day or so, or maybe a couple of hours, he will start weeping. But initially, the expression is over, smile on the face. If somebody doesn't know somebody, how this individual expresses himself, I say, he's loving. What I'm trying to say is, the Maulana Sahib, the Sheikh, is saying that everybody is different in expressing themselves. Some people beat the drum. For some people it's just tinkle of a necklace. And some people won't say anything at all. They hide all the sorrow inside, deep in their heart. Which means what the Sheikh is trying to explain to this person is, maybe your wife is from the third type. She cannot express her sorrow. She cannot express her happiness. But inside, deep in her heart, she can feel and she can understand. See, she is an individual who has got intelligence, who understands everything. She is looking, she is hearing, and she is feeling. But she might not be a person who expresses herself every 5 minutes. And she might be sharing everything that you are going through, but deep in her own heart. He says at the second point that you said that when you come home, you are not greeted well. In other words, you are not getting that VIP treatment which you are expecting. As the Sheikh says, have you ever thought of, when you come home, when you enter the house, have you ever thought that how busy she has been? The first thought that comes into your mind is, I've come from work. I've spent 8-10 hours working. I've just entered the house now, she's not even there waiting for me. The Sheikh says, just turn the position around a little bit. What's that? Think that what she's been doing throughout the day. Cleaning the house, cooking, cleaning the house, laundry, looking after the children, and guarding everything, making everything put in order in the house. If you were to get a person who is a cook, who cooks your food, another person who cleans your house, a wet nurse for your children, who looks after your children, a nanny or a wet nurse, and a person who guards your house, 4 people, if you were to get these 4 people and pay them, even then, this one lady, even these 4 people who will assist you and you will pay them, they will not be able to do the same kind of job which all these jobs this one lady is doing at your house. So change your mindset. So you have high expectations, and the Sheikh says that if you were to kind of step down from your higher throne, then you will be able to see what this creation on the earth does in reality. ऊंची कुर्सी से नीचे उतरो, high expectations को lower करो. Anyways, this is the second point. There's another 4 points, inshallah. This. But we started this topic from last week. This is going to continue again, maybe for another 3 to 4 weeks. I mentioned further things. And it's not going to be one way, so husbands, don't be upset that Maulana is, the Sheikh is only, telling the rights of the wives to us. It's both ways. Inshallah, as we continue the topic, inshallah, we see that what the Quran and the Hadith have mentioned in regards to the relationship of a husband and wife. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq and amal, ability, whatever has been said here, the ability to act upon this wa few announcements for brothers and sisters. We all know general election is which is on the 12th on Thursday, 12th of December. Just to advise that I think there are some leaflets in which we give to advise how to vote, what to vote, informed decision everybody needs to make. JUMMAH lectures, our JUMMAH lectures, as you can all see that now we also got video which is now displayed here and upstairs for our sisters. So sisters are welcome to come masjid before JUMMAH and attend these lectures. It's beneficial to everybody. Sunday, 22nd of December. This is a very important event, and I encourage all of the brothers and sisters to attend. Our children of madrasa who study here, they are mashallah making a great effort which they have been made since the madrasa started this year. They are going to just perform a little bit about read the Quran and read some nasheeds and talk about the Quran and Hadith. But they are preparing and making great effort for that 22nd December day. So please do come attend this program, and it will encourage our children regarding the learning of the Deen. The time, inshallah, we shall mention that will be announced later. Also, the 4th elan is that Makki Masjid under 13s cricket team will be playing against Anston cricket team this Sunday. So try to take the runners-up position, and this will take where Ben Jessup Indoor Cricket League. Yeah. So we shall keep you updated about their progress, inshallah. Make dua for them as well. Wa akbar da'wana alhamdulillah.